Welcome, guys, to episode 17 of What If Civilization Started Over. Last video just uploaded, and the captions just stink. I don't know why. We're gonna ignore that. Last episode, we saw a ton of things happen. We saw the creation of these Asian Russian nations. We saw more colonization over here down in the Americas. Because, well, not more colonization than Americas, just explaining what happened. Well, more exploration. And we saw tensions arise over here. Oh, and also these countries over here. Alright. So, last episode, I said Chinese troops had been placed along the South Chinese border. And these guys had placed their troops here, but also here. These guys right here are looking around because they feel like they were about to split in two. You know? And everyone's placing the troops around them. And over here, nothing's really happening. So, let's just dive in. Then, it was a random Tuesday morning at 3 o'clock a.m. The sergeant of this region, I'm trying to make cities, I'm calling it on the capital cities. The sergeant of this region here was running a practice run, going through all the things. And one of these soldiers from the orange team accidentally entered into Chinese lands. Now, this could have been all, no, not gone to like very big conflict. But this major city right here has a radar, and they are very scared. Because these people here are very scared, and when they see someone that doesn't look like a Chinese soldier, they shoot them on sight. So the civilians of this major city ran out, shot the orange team soldier dead, and the orange team soldier shot back, killing Chinese civilians. And this caused China to go to the capital, get this information to the capital, and say, the Chinese leader said, yeah, we're declaring war on them. So, China, who hasn't been in a war, hasn't been in a war. Has China ever been in a war? Have you guys seen this series before? I got that lead in. Let me know. No, China has never been in a war, actually. I don't think they have, yeah, no. It's crazy. But Chinese troops will enter into the Orange Team, also known as South China. And this is what just caused the biggest geopolitical thing to happen. Next, after that, these guys, they move their troops into here with the help of southern Vietnam or Cambodia. These guys move their forces in to here, and a big Asian conflict has just begun over here. This nation is facing with some uprisings in the region. One facing tons of uprising. One uprising has formulated over here in this major city area, and the people who are funding it are these guys and Tibet. Including these guys. These guys are funding this uprising. And it's like, yeah. Tibet and India have decided that they will push the troops on each other's border. India will not do this, as India will fully start attacking these two countries, moving their forces into here. They first move their forces in here, and then they move their Says in yeah. As India has done this, we now have seen not just one, two, three. We have seen one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm sorry, eight. Eight nations all at war in Asia. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the world? Well, let's go over here to the Middle East. This means not a lot of trade and not a lot of Indian spices or Chinese food, which their civilians love, which, causes some protests in the Asians, and it kind of hurts their economy a bit, but not too much. But what does this mean for all the other Asian countries that are not in this war? Well, this means that you'll either have tensions with the nation, or your economy is going through unbearable shit right now. That's excuse my language, but yeah, yeah. All right, but let's go over here. What does this mean for European nations? Well, this means your economy's kind of worsened, but it's still really good. Alright, enough. We'll focus on this. This is going to take a long while. Well, but what we're actually going to be seeing is the expansion of Brittany's colony over here. Now, as we can see, they will, hold on, they will go with Brittany. Brittany will send their colonists upwards here. And Brittany's a very strong colonial power. And Brittany is also starting to look towards Africa. They got to colonize Africa to reach up to Sicily's colony. And they're gonna continue to go upwards here. As we can see, they're crossing over here into, what is this, Baja California? Isn't that what it's called? Baja California? Pretty sure, right? Alright, so they will go up Baja California, the Baja Californian Peninsula. Is this peninsula? Looks like it. And then they go, back down here. And as you can see, and I have to slow a little bit down as they're getting into almost unknown areas. Areas here. Oh my god, Kiddos just got lost. But Sicily will sell the colony to the Spanish. Sicily cannot control this colony, and this colony was just about to break free. They were about to be the first American country, and now they're Spanish. Okay, great. That's just great. Good job. Doing. So now, the royal nation is kind of scared. And, but this just means and that Spain can expand even more. They'll go upwards here. They'll fully do this, and they'll go down here. They're gonna have some tensions with Brittany and and Brittany doesn't really like Spanish doing this. Kind of like, yo, can you keep away from my colony? And the Spanish are like, bro, your colony's right up against my dick. So they are just, kind of having some tensions here. And this might lead to war, but the leaders aren't really messing with that, and the Spanish colonists will be able to go around here and head back down here. So now their colony is looking something like this. Nice. And they have ethnic cleansed a little bit of people here. Yeah, so that's just not good. But yeah, this is what the colonies look like. But we'll actually see some more exploration of South America. When I mean a little bit, I mean a ton of exploration. They'll go down along the coast here. Yeah, but actually go out pretty deep further than here, but they won't go any further than the Amazon rainforest. But they will be able to go around here. Yeah, and start exploring here, as we can see. they'll go over here, and explorers over here. Uh, you know, so we can like kind of see the outline of like the Amazon rainforest. It's there's they do see some other weaker areas of the Amazon rainforest. So they're gonna go in there, but they're gonna have to slow down due to the Amazon rainforest. But with this, we are going to see now a rise eyes of colonists start to look over to South America, looking to colonize it. I am recording minutes ago. Alright, now we can get back to the war. Over here in Asia. Asia. Asia, yeah. Oh, sorry, I just have to stretch. Alright, so, God, why is that so big? Okay, China will send their forces so here, and China is actually doing a pretty good job. Yeah, as we can see, they're sending their forces in here, sending their forces here. I mean, man, they're doing an excellent job. The Orange Team is not as strong as China. The Orange Team is way weaker than China. Some people would say China is even the strongest, powerful nation in the entire Asian areas. This China is literally like the main powerhouse of the Asia, of like Asia. Besides, actually, wait, Persia? If they just kept their stuff together, will look something. Yeah, how long is it gonna take to load? Yo, I might as well stop scrolling on TikTok. Okay, so if Persia kept their stuff together, Persia would look like this. Dude, come on. There's no way. Okay. Oh gosh, damn it. Forgot about Persia. That exists. But the alliance here that exists here. All these people, are suddenly worried of actually these two here because Persia expanded and these guys are actually placing the troops here. And they just entered it. These guys, I know we're supposed to focus on the age of war right now, but like, oh, as it is a term of like conflict and stuff, these guys have just moved their forces in here, and this is bad. This is really bad. I mean, extremely, extremely bad. Hold on. Go here. Let me go to alliances. So, um, I don't know why this nation would do this. I mean, now they're actually the true Mesopotamian nation, but like, why would you do this? Just why? Also, this economic alliance still exists. It's pretty important economic alliance, even though all these guys hate each other. The economic alliance is pretty. I'm actually done. Yo, dude. Oh, pissed me off. Okay, anyway, we'll look at this conflict here, and we see that. Let's